Hello everyone, welcome back to another Magic the Gathering Commander review video. We are talking about Dromar the Banisher from the Invasion set, another one of the three-colored legendary dragons from this set. And Dromar is a 6/6 that costs 6 mana, 3 generic, and Esper, or white, blue, black. And then it has flying and a triggered ability. Whenever Dromar the Banisher deals combat damage to a player, you may pay 2 and a blue. If you do, choose a color, then return all creatures of that color to its owner's hand, which is very powerful. My goodness. Same as excuse me, same as all these color choosing abilities. In order for the rules to work the way that they do, you need to be able to let the entire card resolve when it's on the stack, or rather, let the entire triggered ability resolve while it's on the stack. And that triggered ability includes picking the color. So, when the chosen color is picked, your opponents cannot react after that color is picked because the spell is being resolved. The ability is being resolved. So you need to let it resolve before someone else can react. A card to synergize with this is Sway of Illusion. By turning all of your opponent's creatures into one color, you can bounce everything back to their hand, which is really cool. The deck that I'm putting this in is actually a political deck, specifically a voting deck, but it's going to have some cool political tricks and schemes with it, and this is going to be more of one of just like my big threat, don't mess with me kind of cards, and I won't mess with you. Political ways of playing the game is just by threatening them. So, don't attack me or I'm going to bounce your board state back to your hand. Also, how are we going to play this game? Will of the Council, blah blah blah. Really fun stuff. Color matters cards, which is really cool. They're not as popular. That's a much older archetype to find cards in. I would love to see this mechanic come back in future sets, and maybe we will one day as we are traversing the multiverse. And then lastly, like all the other dragons, we want to emphasize and maximize those triggered abilities as much as possible. So double strike will make it so we can get those abilities twice. We can bounce more creatures back to our opponent's hands. Unfortunately, there's no red in Dromar, so it'll be hard to find the extra combat steps. We are in blue, however, you could do extra turn shenanigans to make up for that. And that's going to do it for Dromar the Banisher. It is a ranking of D on the set review scale. Not a popular commander to build around, unfortunately, so there's not a lot of deck ideas to go with this card. But all these legendary three-color dragons, I think, deserve a lot of love. I think they're really cool. I enjoy the flavor and the theme of them as far as like the old school cards go. I really like these. But it is a good way to board wipe someone's board, especially if you're playing like a political deck where you're going to pose as not a threat, like, hey, I do have a big dragon here, but you don't have to deal with it unless you make me mad. So, like, just leave me alone, and I'm going to leave you alone. And then you do that until you don't leave them alone, and then you win the game, which is very cool. Very fun card, deserves a lot of love, and as a board wipe on a stick, you will receive some targeted hate, depending on how you play this card, so be prepared for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know in the comments below if there's anything I missed, or if you have any questions, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!